the former head of state, President Jammeh, is at liberty to return to Gambia at any time of choice in accordance with international human rights law and his rights as a citizen of the Gambia and a former head of state. That the government of the Gambia fully guarantees, assures and ensures the dignity, security and safety and rights of the former President Jammeh's immediate family, cabinet ministers, government officials, party supporters and loyalists. Therefore, they claim that President Jammeh can be prosecuted, has no space and has no legal mandate and power by any of the organizations in the Gambia falling
today is on the 28th of May, and briefly we are here gathered here to have a press conference. As we all know, this is the APRC Babili Mansa, subdivided as APRC No To Alliance with the NPP. And therefore, before we start on the press conference, we will just want to take a normal routine, as we will take 2 minutes of silence prayers. Anyone can pray in your own way. Then from there, I will do the brief introduction. From there, then I will invite the chairman of the APRC, the interim party leader, who is Honorable Yahya Jammeh, to deliver his message to the Gambian people at large. Then from there, we will invite the press in case you have any question, and then you can forward it. Maybe each media house will be given a chance, not more than 2 questions, one at a time, and then we give him chance to respond to some of those questions. And then later we will also have what we call a follow-up by within the local language to elaborate or translate the message, and especially the important key points, to the local languages for the benefit of the viewers. On that note, I will say, can we start with silence prayer? Amen. May God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our prayers. We start in peace and end with peace. That's what we are all doing for, as Gambia is concerned. I'll first begin to introduce. My name is Khalifa E. Jaju, the Deputy Spokesperson of the APRC No To Alliance, or APRC Babili Mansa. Then I will introduce members of the National Executive. I'm starting here with my far right over there. I have Honorable Alaji Sanyang, who is the Deputy Mobilizer of the APRC No To Alliance. And next to Alaji, we will have Honorable Mama Sonko, who is the National Women's Mobilizer of the APRC No To Alliance. And we also have Honorable Gerendin Sanyang, who is the National Mobilizer of the APRC. And we have our father here, the father of the party, the father of the APRC, the father of Babili Mansa himself, other than Honorable Bakaramu Damfa. And my immediate far left, we have Honorable Fatu Sonko, who is an executive member, and Fat Baji, the Deputy Women's Mobilizer of the APRC. And I have immediate there, I have my boss, who is nobody other than Mr. Yahya Jammeh, who is the Media Director of the APRC No To Alliance. And I have my immediate there, my sister, who is Lady Shasha, known as the Iron Lady, Honorable Aisha Kool, as the Deputy Finance or Deputy Treasurer of the APRC Babili Mansa. And my able boss, you have nobody other than a veteran politician, a member of the ex-executive and currently in the national executive, who is nobody other than Honorable Bakari Saibo Sane, who have served as the chairman of the Pikama Area Council during the APRC government. My immediate after him, then you have nobody other than the Secretary General of the APRC, who is nobody other than a National Assembly member for that matter, during the time of the APRC, who have served 10 years in the National Assembly before, and who is nobody other than Honorable Matar Kujabi. And then I have also my boss, is also amongst our mates here, who is Yahya Jammeh, that is the PRO of the APRC Babili Mansa. And then last but not the least, I cannot introduce everybody, but later I will come to introduce the rest of the members because we don't want to waste more time. But we recognize the presence of the protocols, the security, and everybody, council of elders, the chairpersons, and everybody. And here I will want to introduce the big man himself, who is the interim chairman of the APRC No To Alliance, APRC Babili Mansa for that matter, APRC and the Grill family, who is nobody other than a retired civil servant, a teacher and headmaster for that matter, who is Honorable Yahya Jammeh Tamba. Then, on that note, I would also want to extend my greetings to welcome you all on this press briefing. Today marks a very important day in the history of APRC No To Alliance, APRC Babili Mansa. We also thank the press for coming. That is, we have in our midst, we have King FM here, we have iAfrica TV here, we have SRMI TV also in our midst, and then we have Upright TV also in our midst. So we welcome you all, and also come to my notice, we have PYFC TV. It's an online media in our midst, and we greet you all, and then we welcome you to this brief press conference. I just want you to be very, very much patient, because today Yahya Tamba, who is the interim chairman, has a lot to say to the Gambian people. Because like the people have said, many have said, APRC No To Alliance, we do not always come out to speak just for the sake of speaking, but we speak when it is timely and when it is necessary. And today, on the 20th of May, 2024, is a day that we feel that is necessary for the Gambian people to hear. So now, on that note, I'll take this opportunity to invite the Honorable Chairman, the interim and the party leader of APRC, Babili Mansa, to make sure that to come and deliver his speech. Honorable Yahya Tamba, now the floor is yours. You can start to deliberate on your speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Spokesperson. Yeah, I start with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I thank Allah for the day, and may I, on behalf of the APRC National Executive Committee, and indeed on behalf of the entire membership of the APRC, thank you, the various media outlets here present, to cover the historic event and all other guests and invitees here present for honoring our invitation. May I also thank and acknowledge the presence of our esteemed National Assembly members, religious leaders, various religious regional chairpersons and executive members, various constituencies, wards and village chairpersons, councillors, distinguished council of elders, women and youth folk, security, protocol, and all those that have time to make this day a successful one. You are most sincerely and heartily welcome. It is indeed unprecedented for APRC militants to come out in the large numbers to enable us to hold this historic press conference to lawfully express our opinion on the burning issues affecting our dear motherland, the Gambia. The APRC Babili Mansa, first and foremost, views with serious concern and condemns in its strongest terms the passing into law of a bill to prosecute His Excellency Chief Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Jammeh and considers it unconstitutional and illegal. The government should realize it to keep the peace that Gambia was ever known. The joint declaration by ECOWAS, AU, and UN clearly spelled out why Jammeh cannot, by any way and means, be prosecuted by any court of law, as it is binding on both parties, and I quote the declaration. Following the decision of the summit of ECOWAS authorities taken on the 17th December 2016 in Abuja, Nigeria, mediation efforts, including visits to Banjul, were undertaken by the chair of the authority of ECOWAS, heads of state and government, His Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the mediator, His Excellency Mohammed Buhari, and co-mediator on the Gambia, His Excellency the former President John Rahman Mahama, along with His Excellency President Ernest Bai Koroma, to mediate on the political impasse with Chief Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Jammeh. Declaration 2. Following further mediation efforts by His Excellency President Ould Abdul Aziz of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania and His Excellency President Alpha Condé of the Republic of Guinea-Conakry, with His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, former President of the Republic of the Gambia, and in consultation with the chairperson of ECOWAS authority and heads of state and government, chairperson of the African Union, and the Secretary General of the United Nations. This declaration is made with the purpose of reaching a peaceful solution to the political impasse in the Gambia. ECOWAS, the AU, Declaration 3, UN commended the goodwill and statesmanship of His Excellency the former President of State, President Jammeh, who, with the greater interest of the Gambian people in mind, and in order to preserve the peace, stability, and security of the Gambia, and maintain its sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the dignity of the Gambian people, has decided to facilitate an immediate, peaceful, and orderly transition process and transfer of power to President Adama Barrow in accordance with the Constitution of the Gambia. In furtherance, Declaration 4, the ECOWAS, AU, and the UN commit to work with the government of the Gambia to ensure that it assaults and ensures the dignity, respect, security, and rights of His Excellency President Jammeh as a citizen and former head of state, as provided for and guaranteed by the 1997 Constitution and other laws of the Gambia. Declaration 5 says, furthermore, ECOWAS, the AU, and the UN commit to work with the government of the Gambia to ensure that it fully guarantees, I repeat, that the government of the Gambia fully guarantees, assures, and ensures the dignity, security, and safety and rights of the former President Jammeh's immediate family, cabinet ministers, government officials, party supporters, and loyalists. Declaration 6. ECOWAS, AU, and UN commit to work with government of the Gambia to ensure that no legislative measures are taken by it that will be inconsistent with the previous two paragraphs 4 and 5 of the declaration. The ECOWAS paragraph, Article 7, the ECOWAS, AU, and UN urge the government of the Gambia to take all necessary measures to ensure and assure that there is no intimidation, harassment of former regime members and supporters in conformity with the Constitution and other laws of the Gambia. Declaration 8 of the ECOWAS, AU, and UN. ECOWAS, AU, and UN commit to work with the government of the Gambia to prevent the seizure of assets and properties lawfully belonging to former President Jammeh, his family, and those of his cabinet members, government officials, and party supporters as guaranteed under the Constitution and other laws of the Gambia. In order to avoid Declaration 9, any recrimination, ECOWAS, AU, and UN commit to work with the government of the Gambia on a national reconciliation to cement social, cultural, and national cohesion. ECOWAS, Article 10, the AU and UN will work to ensure that the host countries that offer African hospitality to former President Jammeh and his cabinet members do not become undue targets of harassment, intimidation, and all other pressures and sanctions. That is why the Equatorial Guinea head of state, under this guarantee and assurance by these international organizations, respectively accepted to host President Jammeh under the protection of the international law. Therefore, the claim that President Jammeh can be prosecuted has no space and has no legal mandate and power by any of the organizations in the Gambia calling and hearing for his prosecution. Declaration 11. In order to assist an orderly transition and transfer of power and the establishment of a new government, His Excellency, the former President Jammeh, will temporarily leave the Gambia on the 21st January 2017 without any prejudice to his rights as a citizen, a former head of state, and a political party leader. Declaration 12. ECOWAS, AU, and UN will work with the government of the Gambia to ensure that the former head of state, President Jammeh, is at liberty to return to Gambia at any time of choice in accordance with international human rights law and his rights as a citizen of the Gambia and a former head of state. Declaration 13. Pursuant to the declaration, ECOWAS will halt any military operation in the Gambia and will continue to pursue a peaceful and political solution to the crisis. Of course, some greedy countries who collaborated with ECOWAS to ensure President Jammeh is ousted violated this international agreement. therefore calling the Gambia government to reflect on an agreement that has been signed between the coalition government, President Jammeh, AU, UN, and the courts. That has led to Gambia getting in a very peaceful situation, peaceful environment. Done this day of January 2017 in Banjul. This declaration was signed January 2017 in Banjul by both parties, national and international. It's a declaration that is binding and has to be respected. On that note, we want to set the record straight regarding the protocol and legal binding declarations that the government decision to prosecute Jammeh is unlawful, unconstitutional, contrary to the provisions of the above-mentioned mediation bodies, of which the Gambia government relied on for settling for a lasting peaceful solution. Where the AU, ECOWAS, and the UN commended President Jammeh for his goodwill and statesmanship after exploring all factors that could determine any atrocity, gross human rights violation to warrant for his arrest and prosecution by International Criminal Court of Justice, or the ICC, only to vindicate him by commending him for his goodwill. Furthermore, there are legal provisions in the Gambia's 1997 constitution that protects any president after leaving office not to be prosecuted by either a civil or criminal court on any function he or she has executed during his or her tenure of office. And this includes President Jammeh by the 1997 law. We therefore call on the government to drop your malicious campaign against Jammeh, knowing fully well that the declaration is binding, the emergency bill and the TRC has no legal powers from our constitution to determine whether President Jammeh should be prosecuted, as the TRC recommendations are politically motivated, citing the lead counsel using the TRC drama to gain the promotion of his hidden agenda against Jammeh and his desire to challenge President Barrow yearning to become the president of the Gambia. In addition, Section 201 of the 1997 Constitution dictates that a person may be appointed as commissioner or chairperson of a commission of inquiries unless he or she has been a judge of a superior court, without, whether in the Gambia or outside, while subsection B provides that he or she qualified to be appointed a judge of a superior court. Based on this provision, Social Lamin Sisi, in our view, does it qualify to be a chairman of the TRC. Section 201 of the Gambia Constitution, 1997, also requires the president, upon receipt of TRC report, publish the report within 6 months, providing his or her comments on the report together with a statement of any action taken with respect to it. It is therefore clear that the TRRC is based on vengeance and hate, thus leading the country to backwardness and mistrust to both the TRRC and the Jammeh Commission, instead of focusing on development of the Gambia. Let Gambians therefore be aware that the declaration signed between President Jammeh, the coalition government, ECOWAS, AU, and the UN stands and must be respected and implemented. call on Reed Bruni, an American human rights lawyer, to concentrate his efforts for hunt of presidents in the United States who committed global genocide and are going scot-free instead of his professional hypocrisy aimed against African leaders. We equally call on the Gambia government to focus more on how to address rampant corruption, which is presently at 87%, and avoid public funds earmarked for development being looted daily. Corruption in itself alone is a violation of human rights. To make a review on the sectors, I start with the economic sector, which is supposed to underpin all the achievements of government. The economy. To realize Gambia's strong economic potential, consolidate on microeconomic stability, and accelerate the attainment of the desires of the Gambian people in partnership with private sector, the borough government should have taken steps to address corruption, enhance security, stabilize energy, and ensure high and sustainable economic growth, create employment, and lower net domestic borrowing. However, the borough administration's loan is far more than the debt of the First and Second Republic put together, increasing Gambia's debt portfolio from 48 billion in 2016 to 110 billion in 2024. Overall, the Gambia's economy is at this stage very fragile and inflation is at its highest level. But partners still turn a blind eye to this reality and continue to provide loans to the borough administration in the name of the Gambian people, knowing fully well that it is not living up to expectations. The borough government was created and formed to strive for a change based on hatred, greed, and power hunger, and not a system change as claimed to contribute to socio-economic development as we used to enjoy in the past 20 years of Jammeh's rule. Under APRC Jammeh Babili Mansa, the Gambia was envied for the development projects achieved, namely, and it's just going to be a few mentions. I can't talk about all of them. But to give a synopsis of the achievements of development, President Jammeh has provided to Gambia. President Jammeh, His Excellency, is envied for establishing a University of the Gambia and its management, which Gambia has never experienced since pre-colonial independence, 33 years of common government. Science and Maths Academic Campus in Kanilai. Gambia Radio and Television Services, for the first time in President Jammeh's era, that Gambia is able to realize the essence and importance of television stations. Combo Coastal Road, Arch 22 Monuments, New Banjul International Airport, Serekunda, Biam and Farafenye Hospitals, Westfield Sukuta Road, Farafenye Lamenkoto Road, SL Farafenye via Kerewan, the Kerewan Bridge, the Transgambia Highway, Central House, BNPC Fuel Depot, National Assembly Building, OMVG Hydroelectric Project, OIC Conference Center, National Audit Office Complex, Rural Electrification Project, and lower, upper, and senior secondary schools across the length and breadth of the country. We commend and congratulate His Excellency Sir Professor Dr. Yahya Jammeh for the unprecedented developments brought to the doorsteps of Gambia during his tenure, despite hatred and all plots against him by the West. Our surprise is that the same international community that were refusing to finance the Jammeh government, accusing them of dictatorship, not transparent, continue to finance the borough administration at the detriment of the Gambians, enabling them to squander and misuse national resources for the selfish interest. An example of this is the backpack revelation, handling of the sales of the former president's assets, the revelations of the ongoing local government commission of inquiries to name but a few. Tourism and culture. Development in this tourism and culture sector are discouraging, with a visible decrease in the number of visitors compared to the 22 years of Jammeh's administration due to its security reasons. We thank President Jammeh for his foresight in lobbying the posting of the OIC, Organization of Islamic Conference in the Gambia, in 2019. The net worth of funding of which is 9 times more than the AU Summit funding. However, the OIC under Barrow's watch has failed to create a positive impact in terms of infrastructural development and failed to create employment opportunities for the Gambia. We demand for a statement of account of the failed organization of Islamic Conference Fund for Development, provision of free education, of relevance and good quality of the Jammeh administration has faded away due to the lack of giving it the priority it deserves by the Barrow administration. Information and communication technology. Gambians continue to suffer as a result of high cost of tariffs, cash power, internet data, both local and international calls, compared to the rest of other countries in the sub-region. PIRA, which is the regulatory body, is spending its mandate to hold service providers accountable. Government's decision to privatize some of these state-owned enterprises justifies failures of government. Transport, works, and infrastructure. The failed OIC summit brought losses in terms of infrastructural and job opportunities. Such the failed 5-star radiation-built Blue Hotel, unfinished roads, water and electricity support projects, to name a few. The frequent technical problems encountered by our ferries poses serious concerns to commuters who use the route and call on the government to do everything possible to put an end to this situation. Health and social welfare. It is evidently clear that the Barrow government is not committed to ensuring quality health service accessible and affordable to all citizens, despite lack of drugs and health facilities. Condemns in its strongest term the interference of the West in Gambia's internal affairs, citing threats by British Foreign Secretary David Cameron to ban members of parliament who vote in favor of the bill to repeal a ban on FGM from traveling to Britain, describing it as unacceptable. The Gambia is a sovereign independent nation as power emanates from the sovereign will of the people, and this act therefore threatens the internal security of our dear motherland, the Gambia. Interior and internal security. Crime and criminal tendencies are on the rise, making the Gambia a very unsafe and unsecure environment in which all persons can move freely in pursuit of their lawful business without hindrance. Citizens are killed in their homes, and even the security agencies we rely on are not spared, citing the shooting and killing of men in uniform at the Super traffic light incident, and robbing of the Mauritanian officials during the recently concluded failed OIC summit. Our citizens were also killed in cold blood in their own country, and nothing comes out of it. Gambia has now become a mini Colombia, where big drug dealers, the cartels, got scot-free, while cannabis dealers put behind bars and drug cartels been tracked down to the Gambia by Interpol. Why can't Barrack government hunt and retrieve the millions of disappeared euros? Establish Commission of Asset Declaration to downsize the looting of public funds to build villas, mansions outside the Gambia during this short period of time. Energy sector still remains a challenging as reliability, affordability, and the need for uninterrupted electricity supply for domestic and industrial use continues to persist and cause a threat to foreign investment. Justice. Government failed to ensure speedy and fair dispensation of justice, posed as a serious threat to dispensation of justice, citing the Faraba incident, shooting and killing of Haruna Jatta, Ruabaji, Gobi Kujabi, to name but a few. We are with the belief that if Gambia were to be guided by the 1997 Constitution, Section 69, unscheduled, subsection 2, 13, which the borough administration continued to rely on, President Jammeh should have been strongly respected and protected as a former president, but instead established the Janet Commission and TRC as a witch hunt due to hatred, greed, power hunger, and corruption. Trade, industry, and employment. The Gambia pays a heavy price due to government's failure to create employment opportunities and worsen by signing a pact with development partners to deport our brothers who struggle with their hard-earned resources to get to Europe to better their lives. That are for their families and the nation as a whole. What a shame and total disappointment to the Gambian youth. Environment, parks and wildlife. Environment, parks and wildlife continues to suffer due to lack of employment opportunities, leading to desertification, endangering the lives of wildlife, and causing health hazards to the populace. Fisheries and water resources sector. Government has an essential role to play in its drive to create more employment opportunities, ensure food security, and achieve government's blueprint. However, efforts to ensure steady supply of fish as a source of income, nutrients, and household food security dwindle due to the presence of foreign fishing vessels in our river. We also condemn attempts to remove the water tank at Canela as violation of human rights. The people of Fonyi equally deserve to be treated as Gambians by bringing safe, potable drinking water to their doorstep. Youth and sports. The plight of youth in this country is not considered as the few mini stadiums under construction since 2020 still incomplete. Samples of Buyam Mini Stadium, Kaputa, Parababanta, Pase, to name a few. Fulabanta. Youth unemployment is on the rise, which is forcing many to venture in the bad way global. Agriculture. The Gambia should have food self-sufficient in the Barrow government was out for the interest of the citizenry, but nurturing Vision 2020 of the Jammeh administration. Instead, they seized all the farming materials provided to the farmers by Jammeh's administration and auctioned almost amongst themselves, bringing a setback in the agricultural sector. Foreign affairs. Gambia government is totally disconnected from the outside world due to their lack of trust and confidence in the Barrow administration, citing the recently failed OIC conference, which 57 heads of states were expected to place just only 7 to appear. External interference in the internal affairs of the country is the order of the day, as we have seen in the case of Reid Rooney, actions of the British Foreign Secretary, David Cameron. We call on the government to take its stand and defend the country as an independent and sovereign nation. On this note, I hereby thank all those who made this press conference possible. Pray that Allah the Almighty continue to guide, guard, bless the Gambia. Amen. Long live His Excellency Professor Dr. Yahya Jammeh. Long live the Gambia. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. What a wonderful and a very, very, very long speech, or a very, very, very long message. That message has of importance to the Gambian people. Us as opposition, we've seen the party leader, the MP party leader, the chairman of the APRC, Babiri Mansar, has touched on various important places, ranging from the economy, ranging from the bill itself, which is one of the most important things, looking at agriculture, looking at the roots and sports, looking at the foreign affairs, and definitely he did justice to the people of the Gambia. This is what we expect as oppositions, to hold government accountable. Let the government not see us as enemies, but we are partners in nation building. We have rights to make sure that anything that is wrong we have seen is necessary to enlighten the masses, to enlighten the people, the public at large, to make sure that we come to be sure we show the people the truth, we tell them the truth. And Honorable Yahya Jammeh today, as the leader of the APRC No To Alliance, in justice and fairness towards the Gambian people. So therefore, on that junction, I don't want to waste much time. We will straight go to the question and answer session, and then we will give opportunity to the media representative here, so that we can start the questions. In case you have any question to ask the party leader based on his speech, we want to limit ourselves to the press conference. And please, one question at a time.
Okay.
So on that note, you can please tell us your name, tell us the media house that you represent, and then post your question. Thank you very much.
Somebody go? Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
My name is Nene MS Bojang. I'm from iAfrica TV, iRadio, and Next to Gambia. My question goes to the party leader concerned about Jammeh to face justice. This thing has been going rumors since TRC make their recommendations. What makes you think that Jammeh will not go to the justice, will not face the justice, since it has been circulated already, and then we know that this thing was not like only the TRC recommendation, but the government also, the Minister of Justice has labeled that no, Jammeh must face the justice. And then what isn't it only the constitution you are talking about? Because we may think that government just can bypass the constitution and then take action the way they feel like according to the recommendation of TRC. What is your reaction about that?
Yes, Chairman. This is iAfrica TV.
Thank you very much, iAfrica. I was expecting such a question, and I think I'll be very happy to deliberate a little bit on the prosecution of Jammeh. In the first place, Jammeh's change of government was based on democratical change of power through our constitution, that is the 5 years mandate. And in our Gambia constitution, even if you go into section 84, you will come to realize that any head of state, for that matter, not only Jammeh, but any head of state who undergoes the helm affairs of this nation, after leaving the office, he or she cannot be prosecuted either by criminal or civil court. We really understand, and we can understand clearly, that there has been a monopoly of interest in the issue of President Jammeh. But the bottom line is, Jammeh as a president, as a head of state, as a member of the international heads of state, is governed protected by both local and international law. A president can only be prosecuted on 3 of these following facts: that he has created a genocide in the country, a civil war, a tribal war, or an economic crime which is internationally been recognized. And in pursuance of those issues, the international law, international organizations, and the international bodies have a role to ensure they support a country to pursue justice. We want up to date. It is very clear that the United Nations is clear out of Jammeh's prosecution because they haven't seen any international violation of rule. The AU, which facilitated together with ECOWAS, is not taking any step legal to prosecute Jammeh because they feel it has violated the rules of the international law. Just as I have mentioned in last speech, it is out of greed, out of hatred, and a way for a creation of a room, witch hunt and corruption that is unaccountable. That's why, any point in time, when the issue of Jammeh comes, the government will start kicking the doors to say Jammeh must be prosecuted. And they haven't made it very clear, very specific, the role and responsibility of the international organizations, other than the rule, the high bank, which is a private legal sector and has no mandate over a head of state's prosecution. This is what the government has failed to clarify and clear it out. And I make it very clear that Burundi and the Taiwan, with all their negotiations, are not prosecuted under the international law.
I have one more question. In case if the government takes step with all the negotiation to the international level to see that Jammeh must face to justice, as a party leader and as a party leader of No To Alliance, what is going to be your step? Is there any channels that you can able to collaborate to see the outcome so that Jammeh will not face to justice?
Until that time comes, that's still under the carpet. We don't know what to do. But I want to assure you that hence the Gambia government is not involved in international organizations in the prosecution, Jammeh's prosecution. Then they really know that they have no legal mandate to prosecute Jammeh and they cannot involve. Hence, in the declaration, I have made it very clear the stand of the UN, AU, and ECOWAS with regards to the prosecution of Jammeh is totally immune, and that is until it is rectified, and that is the thing of the past. That is why the Gambia government has said it very clear that they are going to work on to see if there is any possibilities of getting President Jammeh from Equatorial Guinea, which is obviously very impossible because there is no bilateral agreement between Equatorial Guinea and the Gambia government. So, how do you call it? To extradite President Jammeh. And Equatorial Guinea is going according to the international law. I think the media persons can recall the statements made by the former UN prosecutor, Fatbombe Sudan, a Gambian for that matter, who has made it very clear that at their level, at the international level, there is no clause and no article that can be able to ascertain the charge of President Jammeh to prosecute. So internationally.
Thank you very much, Africa TV, for those wonderful questions, and we still proceed to make sure that we continue with the question and answer session. And do we have any other media house? Can you please tell us your name, the media house that you represent, and then post your question?
Yes, my name is Isambalo, King FM Radio.
Speak loudly, please.
My name is Isambalo, King FM Radio. I want the Honorable to tell us what problem does APRC No To Alliance have with the two bills that have been presented at the National Assembly. That is the Special Prosecutor's Office Bill and the Special Accountability Mechanism Bill. And also he made mention of the 1997 Constitution, that Jammeh cannot be prosecuted because we have seen Yankuba Toure relied on the 1997 Constitution, but he was persecuted. What guarantee do you have to say that Jammeh will not be prosecuted? Because the government also said they have partnered with ECOWAS to make sure that Jammeh is persecuted. What is your response?
Thank you very much, Sambalo. Yes. I said it, and I'm very, very clear that Jammeh's prosecution, the advocacy for Jammeh's prosecution is very internal. It's not at the international level. That is why the involvement of this international organization, which committed themselves in working on a peaceful solution to the transition of power from Jammeh to Anwar. You know what agreement has been made? You know what legal binding agreements have been written, documented. And if you Google the United Nations Declaration in Uganda, you will find it there. The issue of Yankuba Toure is based on, it is in fact an illegal action from the government and the TRRC Because Yankuba was only charged on court contempt. Court contempt. And on that note, and on those reasons are the only reasons that the TRIC has to condition the government based on what? To prosecute Yankuba and then servicing life sentence to death. It is legal and it is constitutional, and it is still binding in our 1997 constitution, which of course the Gambia government is still using as a tool to rule the government. There are those immunities that are even according to President, but if the laws are amended and they are indemnified, of course, they need to go through a referendum if they want to change those laws, which have to be done. So they're using power based on the authoritative powers that they have against the Gambia, against the minority, to violate and consider our laws, work on the way they want to work. I hope.
Yes, I have a subsequent question. It's like when the former Interior Minister Usman Sonko was sentenced at the Swiss Federal Court, Ruth Brody said Jammeh is next. Try International. He said they are working on to see how Jammeh will be extradited to an international court to be prosecuted.
I thought Ruth Brody would have said Ronald Reagan is next. George Bush is next. Where he comes from. Those are the heads of states who have made Iraq unrulable. Those are the people who have made Libya ungovernable. Most of Africans dying now is because of the interference of the American authority over those sovereign states.
No,
I thought they were going to question America on the issue of Pakistan, but not prosecuted President Jammeh. But Brunei is only a private lawyer who has an advocacy to support the Gambian government based on what? Based on the Gambian government. I assure you that both national and international law has protected President Jammeh. And if you can always listen to the speeches of the Interior, the Justice Minister, he does not mention any international organization that are working hand in glove to ensure Jammeh is prosecuted. And they cannot even decide where Jammeh can be prosecuted. The fear is Jammeh, if to be prosecuted, should be prosecuted in Gambia. And the Gambian law, indemnified, has already protected Jammeh from either civil or criminal court.
Only one. I have only one left.
Excuse me.
that's two.
Yes, the rule is 2 persons per media house. We can
Okay,
only
you can
give you a
have-
chance if we look at if all the journalists or the media houses have given their question and lifestyle, then we can allow you to talk. So now next, please tell us your name, the media house that you represent.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ibrahim Daniel. I'm from PYFC TV. So my question is, what is the vision of New Alliance inside the country? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Inform the government that No To Alliance is ready for 2026. Let come sunshine.
We have one more. We have one more question. You have another one? Can you give us chance only one? Just only.
No, let them ask. I give. Nah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Only one. We have only one.
Upright TV. Upright TV. Do you have any question?
No, I think, don't worry. It's okay. I'm the CEO of the Upright
Okay,
Media.
then no problem. Then, okay,
pardon?
you can.
Yes.
You can
You
come
have
up
a
with
question?
Yeah, just one last one, because it's like there's a former staff of this TRRC who said Gambia should endeavor to form a commission of a peace commission to be able to solidify and reconcile Gambia. Do you think that is a good idea?
not even a member of the TRRC who said this type of thing, but it is in the declaration that the purpose of the TRRC is to establish the truth, cement, and then live in a very conducive and cohesion state. So I have very little to say about that. What I know is TRRC itself is not established to determine and decide the fate of those witnesses and those accused.
Thank you.
That's my last question. You, Honorable Tamba, you mentioned that 2026 No To Alliance is ready, just to put government on tax that No To Alliance is ready for 2026. Many people were saying Jammeh will be here as soon as possible. How soon Jammeh will be here? If Jammeh happens to come to Gambia, is Jammeh going to take over to be the flag bearer of APA No To Alliance, or we want to know?
The AU, EU, UN declaration have clearly spelled it out that Jammeh is temporarily going to leave the country and will come back at his own time, choice of time. So for that, whenever he feels it is convenient for him, he's going to come, and he's going to come and do it. The next thing is 2026 is a year of challenge, it's a year of change, it's a year of concern. We know the plight of the Gambians, we know the concern of the Gambians, and we know that we can put the Gambia as it was in the past 20 years. The government, I can tell you clearly, that is worried with alliance political attitude.
Any opportunity of reconciling
we just hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
We joined the rank of politicians in 2021. After finding over 8 political parties, matured all political parties in the Gambia, we were able to get a crown medal of bronze in politics. This time around, we are silver, but we are going to go in our gold medal. That is the state.
As far as we are here, I think because the way he answered questions, the same way we have questions.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know,
no, I just
last one.
I just want to put something across. For the benefit also of in case you have anything that you want to ask in the local language, my able chairman is ready to respond to your questions. Depending on how you ask. If you're willing to, you want to ask in the local language.
okay. Then I think let me just. I have one. I have one. This one. I'll cut this one. I'm going to.
And then I will allow the floor to dilate on what has been said. If there is any more questions.
Yeah.
Do you have any one more question?
Yes, more question all of right.
That's what I'm saying. If you want, now is
Man, suma déglu wolof.
Mama wants you saw there, meeting all of right.
You can ask.
Okay, with the issue of because I'm not APRC No To Alliance, I'm the new nekasen bill. You know what can the rebranding of the party for legally register the party. So I'm really rebranding the party for register the party for make a registered legally registered political party. You as the interim party leader, Lamoy sa takawaching mo.
Don't worry, I have an answer to that. The rebranding of the party. You see APRC constitution, the rebranding never fails. This is party base. There is no article that talks about rebranding a party. So, we never do work after rebranding the party base to rebrand. In the new general, as APRC, No To Alliance being taxaw, we challenge those who claim, you claim the party. Challenge one the APRC is the power of the people. The power of the people.
No one challenge.
To the ballot box. And that's where we look at the powers of the party. The only party before
Legality versus legality.
What are the courts?
well, we can't tell you for that, so that's already happened.
I can read in local language.
I'm sorry, this would be the last question.
This will be last in local language, okay? Okay. Are you sir?
In Mandinka, anywhere.
In Mandinka. No, if you say in anyhow, if I say Sarahule, will you rest?
I think we are.
Ane Sarahule Muba. Amaya Otoranda. Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Yahya Tamba, ni kontong press conference ko nina afila keta. Sa mbedami nyinin karo njabiro na nyinin kar polo. Kuma kangoli kono ya fole asenata ko man sakunda be ferol ke kam pour kaja ko ani mo kilin kunnal pour ka jamme samba kitiola andong yalu ne ko e ko tarambulol mi yalon ko wolon banko e sembende fanna minna constitution minna aya tanel ko jamme ta kala moti min bita luwa bundato bar naya tarun komin man sakunda pareta bawo doya fonde pijam ko toure atara non kitiotal fo saynin tembena abakasot nim man sakunda so wo simfal tano wo ferol tano pour ka jamme samba kata kitol muna bekele lon kangot wo muna fololti
kuma follow même follow je wolem nim man sakunda te simpa tano la pour ka jamme samba nan ta kitol jang we koy gambe di won ma senior because jamme la bojang amanche man sakunda le ya wuli jamme la bojang alim man sakunda alim bankol dunia be la fanam bebe yakar lin damento la wala le kanna sidoke d'accord ta ko say do ci la mako nga pawas na sembo sende bak baro ide tay fonyondi ibe fonyondi la dam do fana wala dawoda ibita ibe fonyondi la je organisation tije menyanta ka wonu doya menyanta ka force on le kan wala ka ton le kan pour ye jameri list wo clearta in the declaration wala na nyimma sakunda e ba foka na be jammi kitinga but idamole ya fa in collaboration ni UN AU ECOWAS le delta pour kay jeko ke jamme kiti anum kabri wo manke don ya koy di mol ma ko nyimmu bunda de yalla ko ebe kolel dada kam pour molel hakilo ka jamme ka nyin kam man ni election suwa mo sigata ba mo la même fara wala be jawala ni me ci ki ba fara karnala la jamme be la bari ba kidin la mun dole Gambia la course wota kidin la as a head of state it only one the justice minister yalam and at the international level what could bundat je me yalam ka offense ke ay criminal acts ay criminal misconduct leke member na dunia president dunia organization ba fala ko yes president Jammeh ay ñineke just like member caring in Israel Netanyahu ay dunia la starto le tiya wala na even South Africa ye sapelo ke ya samba kito la pour kaje ko ya kiti banko timale sapelo against ya Jammeh member na ko ñeta kiti so man sekunda ya ko ndi mo ma to ye fata Jammeh la ko la fang because Jammeh anyata kala mo mela ko dunia be ya bunya nyamel Gambia dingolo Gambia man sakunda ñenta president Jammeh bunya lo nya because nemo anim do ko le membe ke kan ala ita ay mentu to Gambia kono e be muna fanko wala e be do ko won e be to di ani ko won so lafta men ko le ma wala ya sembo be bulle momo be banko kan e si ñepp ne kay mu tay ci le o dia try Jammeh ta jube e
on the 2026 ala min ton on ebo 2026 ala min ton on ebo 2026 ala min tolet 2026 No To Alliance ala min tolet
nimman ta state house ndulle ba decide la min bila state
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm done. I thought they either decide the guy who's going to stay out. They either decide the person going to stay out, or they go to stay out.
Well, I don't call me in camera boy. I'm not one of it. I'm not taking
We have anyone more question because we don't want you to come here and then you still go anticipating. I think here you have a time, you have a chance to clear your doubts. So if you have one more question, you can come.
I'm from Pure FCTV. I want to ask how about the Supreme Court by the issue of Yahya Jammeh?
The Supreme Court
I don't know, but I'm not even aware that the Supreme Court of the Gambia have taken any move with regards to the prosecution of President Jammeh. But even if they do, then I would say they are biased and they are unfair. Because in the 2016 presidential elections, President Jammeh wrote a petition to the Supreme Court. They did not address it. So we don't expect to address President Jammeh.
No, he will not. He is just more.
Okay, thank you very much. I think after the successful marathon of the press release, we now want to come and draw the curtain down. But first and foremost, we will want to acknowledge the presence of everyone here, especially the Council of Elders for leaving all their duties and responsibilities to come and witness this milestone, this historic
It's a man of war.
event
He
of
doesn't
the
care
APRC No To Alliance and the Gambian people at large. So for that being the case, we will want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for making this event a very successful one. We thank the media houses. We will also thank the National Assembly's members because due to their engagement within the National Assembly functions, they could not be here. And we will also thank our councillors also. We will thank our security and everybody, the protocols, the groups, and everyone who is present here. On that note, we would want to draw the curtains down, and then later we will invite one of our able youths to come and elaborate the Honorable Chairman's speech in the local language for the benefit of the other viewers, those who understand the English language. So on that note, I thank you so much. My name is Yahya Jammeh, the Deputy Spokesperson of the APRC No To Alliance.
Let me just take
Thank you very much.
Omar is here. Omar.
Let me just take that.
Okay, I just want to buttress on the simple some of the points in the local language. Very, very, very few words. mankan o radio mona gisunu kan kolla kan Gambia mo fama di Gambia dum wala ko jam wala manje wala tukum dacila wono tok jabo akam mi jat ala kom to de eduke de yomo kay akam mi honorable Yahya Tamba akam mi di entry party leader of APRC No To Alliance party anu manje yete ba eto je ja ko ala kom to de junkote wana mon do ma yise nu wayna mi Okay, due to time, we just want to close this thing because I'm also been informed that lunch is ready, so that people can take lunch and then do. Thank you very much.
What about that paper that you are tambaring?